On the 11th of May 2022, Palestinian journalist Shireen Abu Akleh, who was one of the biggest journalists in the region, working for Al Jazeera for 25 years, was killed by an Israeli bullet. At the time, I was working in Jordan for a newspaper, and I noticed the sheer level of shock from locals in Jordan at this event because they knew what it meant for such a huge journalist to be killed in this conflict. When I returned back home to London, and attended her memorial service, I was excited because for me, this represented an opportunity for Brits to voice our anger at a journalist being killed in the field, irrespective of the country she was from. There was very little British news coverage, despite this being our chance to voice our anger at freedom of press being attacked in the modern day. This, for me, represents a failure from the Brits in responding to how we should care about journalistic freedoms worldwide. However, I don't just want to focus on the negatives, and I do want to pull from a positive and successful example in the past from the UK, where I believe we acted correspondingly. In 2007, British journalist named Alan Johnston was kidnapped and held in Palestine. It was only the unification of Palestinian, Israeli, and British voices that led to his release and shows that when we come together and actually apply pressure, there is more safety ensured for journalists. The British have therefore, in the past, set a precedent for how to react when the freedoms of journalists are attacked, irrespective of in which country and irrespective of your political persuasion on the matter. Therefore, I want to see in the future a public and a media outlet in the UK that reacts more like it did with Johnston than like it did with Shireen, which was in silence.